Good evening. Just what I told the players in there, just proud of the way that they came out and competed today. Obviously, there were some guys that hadn't played as much football, the rest of the season that really showed up today. Just there in the locker room, pretty emotional, but at the same time, these guys have been turning the page, ignoring the noise, and just coming to work every day, and I'm very appreciative of that. Told them after the first win of the season, coaches are nothing without the players, and I just told them that again. I just appreciate all of the effort. Also told them, look, today it's all about the game. We'll have enough time here tomorrow and the next couple of days to address all the other things. At some point in time here, I'll have my normal meeting with the Crafts, and we'll see where it goes from there. Open it up.
Jerod, with that said, you get the win. How strange was this week for you, for your team? You had a couple issues with players and the fans and things like that, and also some booing today as you guys scored. What was today? What was this week like? What was the day like for you guys and your football team?
For me, the day was fine. I felt like the players were locked in all week, even amongst all that noise. So appreciate them for that.
Jerod, what would you say to fans that are upset that today's win prevented you guys from getting the #1 overall pick?
Look, anytime we step foot, and I've said this over the past couple of weeks, as a player, as a coach, we always want to go out there and win.
We didn't see Jelani Tavai play the first quarter. Was that disciplinary for his comments?
Look, we went into the game with the plan, and went out there and executed. So.
Right over here. What went into the decision to sit Drake May after the first series?
It was my decision, coach's decision.
What were some of the factors for Jelani's case and Drake's that led you to those decisions?
Yeah, all those things are internal, and I'd rather keep it that way.
Jerod, what did you see from Joe today? It seemed like he kind of provided a spark the minute he stepped foot in that game. Just how you've seen him develop all season to kind of culminate to this moment on the field.
Yeah, he's done a tremendous job in practice, as a show team quarterback. Done a tremendous job doing that, and I'm glad to see, the way he came out today. He did a good job operating the huddle. Obviously started off on fire, but it was good to see.
Jerod, you mentioned a couple of times this year that you guys knew you were going to take some lumps this year. You knew this was a multi-year process. Do you expect to be back next year? Do you feel like you deserve to be back next year?
For me, it's all about just this game. To go back to the start, it's all about this game, and we'll talk about that tomorrow.
Jerod, I think some people speculate based on how you guys handled the game today and played to win that there was some conversation had with ownership prior to the game. Did they at any point this week tell you how they wanted you to handle this one?
Not at all. It just goes back to, look, anytime we step foot on the field, we want to win.
Going off of Phil's question, did you have any conversation with the front office about the approach?
No, I'm the head coach of the football team, and anytime we step foot on the field, we want to win.
Jerod, down here in the front, is there any significance to not wearing the pin today? We've seen you with the pin for most of the season.
No significance at all. I had a big coat on. It was kind of like the same thing last week or in Buffalo. It's nothing about that. I apologize for not having it visible, but you can make a story about it if you want to.
Jerod, how do you reconcile right in the middle?
Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry. How do you reconcile if you're going to go in the game to play the game to win, not playing your #1 quarterback for most of it?
I think I've said all year we need to see, as the season goes on, what we actually have, and it was good to get Joe out there.
Isn't that different than trying to do everything you can to win, though?
We won the game, and Joe was our quarterback.
A couple final questions.
Jerod, how proud are you of your coaching staff, of your players, and everybody in this organization for just going through the year? And what was it like? I think AVP and Joe Milton did kind of a handshake and a hoop after his touchdown pass. What was that like as far as seeing that through and just kind of sum up the year as far as what you guys have been through as a group?
It was great to see that handshake in a real game. We've seen it a lot in practice, and it all came together today, so it was great to see. I would say as far as the staff is concerned, just being able to push forward and be consistent, it's all you can really ask.
Jerod, I was curious. We saw Austin Hooper a lot more today since Hunter was out, and we saw him get a catch that resulted in an extra incentive bonus. Was that kind of a goal going into the game that you wanted to get him that bonus in this final game of the year? I'm just curious if that was kind of a factor at all.
I'm not going to get into that. You know, when you don't have Hunter, who's had a great year, you know, Hooper, look, any other team, Hooper's probably a number one, you know, I should say 3/4 of the team. So very good player, and happy for him.
Jerod, how would you best summarize this year, and did you learn maybe that the team is a little bit further away than you were anticipating?
I'm not going to get into that. You know, like I said, tomorrow we'll have a lot of time to talk about those things, but tonight it's all about these guys going out there winning the football game. Thank you.